Hello, and a warm welcome to another edition of Kogi in Focus, the program that keeps you abreast of development in and around Kogi State within the last 1 week. I am your guide, Oluwatosin Osuji. On the program today, the Nigerian Army says it remains committed to carrying out its operations with the best technology. The pledge was made in Lokoja during the week at the start of a 3-day training workshop on research and development for its officers and men. We take you to Igala land in Kogi East, where the cashew is more than just a fruit. It's the focus of a carnival that got the people of Ayingba town in the celebration mode. And when we visit the streets, we will be aggregating views from the people on Nigeria's chances at this year's Soccer World Cup after mixed fortunes in their friendly matches played against Poland and Serbia. All these and more when we return. Don't go away. Welcome back. The Kogi State government during the week inaugurated a 13-man committee to evaluate the level of work done on projects awarded by the government against the amount of money that has been spent. Secretary to the state government, Ayoade Folashade, told the committee members to do a thorough job.
Terms of reference are very distinct and very clear. The members are to evaluate all projects awarded by this administration in relation to money already spent on them, and ascertain their level of compliance with approved standard.
The committee chairman, Abdulaziz, said the committee would deliver on its mandate.
To everybody who has been called to be part of this task, I pledge that together we shall do our best not to betray the confidence that has been reposed in us. We shall find out how much has been released for those projects and the level of work done so far by the contractors.
The committee has 8 weeks to submit a report of its findings and recommendations to the state governor. The Nigerian Army during the week organized a 3-day workshop on research and development to display how important R&D is as a tool in modern-day professional combat strategy. Kogi State Deputy Governor Simon Achuba, senior military officers, and representatives of other security agencies were part of the workshop, which was held in Lokoja.
The Nigerian Army's Commander of Training and Development, Major General Ademo Saliu, explained the timeliness of the workshop.
The objective of this conference, therefore, is to provide an avenue for participants to rub minds through interactions and exchange of ideas on some selected contemporary national as well as military research and development challenges. This measure is to enable us to chart the best way to enhance technological development in the Nigerian Army.
Major General David Amodu, who represented the Chief of Army Staff, said technology has changed the tactics of warfare and the Nigerian Army has to move with the times.
We've seen how advanced countries do theirs, and we do not have to wait for them to do everything. We should start somewhere on our own, and that is the essence of this exhibition you are seeing. And it is our hope that at the end of the day we'll be able to achieve a lot without depending on these advanced countries, especially for some fast-moving parts and spares that we have on our equipment. That will enhance the capacity and capability and then efficiency of our equipment and operations.
He called for a more practical approach into research and development as he urged participants to ensure they maximize the benefits the training has to offer. Kogi State Deputy Governor Simon Achuba commended the Army's initiative and pledged the state government's support for its war against insurgency.
From all that I have seen today, it calls for the need of the industries like Ajokuta and DIC in Kaduna to be in place. Because without these industries, the technological development required within the military will be difficult to achieve.
The theme of the workshop is research and development as a tool for professionalism and responsiveness in the Nigerian Army. Participants at the workshop include top military commandants, researchers, other senior military officers, and representatives from other security agencies from within and outside Kogi State.
Public officers' accountability was back on the front burner during the week as the Commissioner of Environment and Natural Resources, Sanusi Yaya, was on the hot seat telling journalists what his ministry is doing to improve these key sectors. The Commissioner said he is aware of the huge responsibility placed on him and is treating the development of the state's natural resources and the preservation of a healthy environment with all the seriousness it deserves.
The Governor Yabelo prototype model public toilets under construction are being completed. As we speak, 2 out of the 5 have been completed. 2 are above 80%, while 1 is about 70%. With these public toilets, which are located in the 3 senatorial districts of the state, 1 is in Lokoja, 1 is in Okene, 1 is in Isonlu, 1 is in Adumo in Olamaboro local government, 1 is in Ayimba in the Kina local government. The idea is to discourage open defecation in order to enhance sanitation and hygiene.
The journalist encouraged the Commissioner to do more in view of the strategic nature of his ministry. The Commissioner is the latest top Kogi State government official to participate in the question and answer session organized by the State Ministry of Information in collaboration with the state chapter of the Nigeria Union of Journalists. To many of us, the cashew is a juicy and refreshing fruit. But to the people of Igala land in eastern Kogi State, it's so much more. It's a major cash crop so important that this year, a cashew carnival was held in Ayingba in Dekina local government to highlight the fruit's importance to the people of the area. The special advisor to the state government on agriculture, David Ape, commended farmers in the area for their steadfastness in cashew production and promised government support for their efforts.
Everything is being done to promote cashew. I want to tell you that recently the federal government wanted 10,000 hectares of land to be cleared in Kogi State for cashew farming. It was located in one of the local governments across the river. But the governor intervened because of the stability of Kogi East for cashew production. The Ofu local government has now been selected by the federal government for clearing of 10,000 hectares of land for farmers for the production of cashew.
He also disclosed government's plans to empower thousands of youths across the 3 senatorial zones on fish farming. Many present at the carnival explained why to them the cashew is more than just a juicy fruit.
People. So the reason for this meeting is to sensitize them to be able to install some industries, both traditional and modern ones, to be able to harness the waste, excessive waste. Because I told them in this meeting that cashew is going to cash. Cashew. Cash. E is excess, W waste, from cashew in excess waste to cash in excess wealth.
And the objective of this will be to create awareness among our people land is so disposed to growing the best species of cashew in Nigeria. The volume of cashew grown in Igala land is more than half of the volume produced in the whole of Nigeria. Unfortunately, the products are bought from us, taken to other states for cleaning and bagging before export, so that the identity of the source of the cashew is lost to other states. We have resolved to celebrate the cashew from Igala land this year in our bid to make a clear statement that Igala land has the best species of cashew in Nigeria and are blessed by God to also be the highest producers in Nigeria.
It's also about sponsoring the youth to be engaged in agriculture, sponsoring them to be productive in cash crop. That's what we are talking about. And we also want to maybe our elite to come home and invest in this venture because it's a work gainful employment for them.
The carnival was spiced up with entertainment from different groups from across eastern Kogi state. Last weekend was Easter, and Nigerian Christians joined their counterparts across the globe to celebrate the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Kogi State was not left out of the celebration. Our crew went round the state to capture the mood of the celebration, and the people had words of advice for Nigerians for Easter and beyond.
To remember what Christ has done, and for us to carry the banner of Christianity all over around our communities, all over our state. Let there be unity within tribes and other religions.
That they should amend their ways with their neighbors. Anybody that is hating his neighbor, they should drop that aside and live a holy life. There should be something like restitution within them and God. And the relationship within them and the community should be lovely.
When Jesus rose up, he rose you up, he brought you back to life, back to God. He said, now the curtain has been torn. It is now we and God. We have been brought together with Christ. We have been merged together with God. That is the message for the Resurrection Sunday.
He shed his blood so that we can be cleansed. He shed his blood so that we can be cleansed from all our sin, from all our sins. He was buried so that we'll be buried in what? In sin. We should be dead to sin because he died so that we can be dead as believers, be dead to sin. He rose up again the third day so that we can rise up also in righteousness.
And above all, this Easter period also teaches us to be sober and have reflection over what the God of heaven has done for us.
They called on the people to discourage negative influences capable of causing crisis and division in the country. Well, last weekend was a bleak one for the family of Isaiah Abu Anaja, as their house in Alete was gutted by fire and their entire belongings were destroyed. None of the family members were at home during the unfortunate incident. Eyewitnesses believe the fire was caused by an electricity spark and called on others to be careful with their connection of electrical appliances.
It was a result of people gathered, but they could not give a remedy to the situation.
Electricity, I think people need to be careful as well because electricity is something that is very, very dangerous, you understand? So one needs to avoid illegal connection because it's very, very bad.
In the last in light, in other way, if we are leaving the home, we have to put everything up because at time, NEPAs they used to hide the voltage of the light, and you can never know anything that can happen when you are not at home.
The NEPA official should be called upon to regulate the voltage of the light, and secondly, the people should call on the electrician if they have any fault in their various homes to rectify the light. And thirdly, the children should not be allowed to play with matches or lighter to avoid fire outbreak.
Government should help us. They should bring all these fire servicemen. They should come to our location. Should in case if there is any fire outbreak, they can resolve it for us.
The affected family is now at the mercy of well-meaning individuals and groups to get back on their feet.
The NEPA spark, so it now burned on our house. All my property has burned. There's nothing we pick out of that house. All the clothes, all the property has burned. Even this clothes that I'm tying, it's the neighbor that gave me this clothes that I'm tying. All my property has burned.
I will be grateful if individuals, good Samaritans can render me help and government too. I will be grateful.
Nigeria's confluent state, the country's melting pot, where almost anything and everything can happen. From the governor to the farmer, from politics to entertainment, from the economy to sports and tourism. We've got you covered on these and a whole lot more on Kogi in Focus. Kogi in Focus, a weekly review of development in and around Kogi State. Stay abreast with what you need to know on Kogi in Focus, reaching everywhere, informing everybody.
If you're just joining us, this is Kogi in Focus, a weekly review of activities in and around Kogi, Nigeria's confluent state. To stay connected to us, drop your comments, contributions, advert placement through the numbers and contacts displayed on your screen. The 8th day Fidal prayer ceremony for late Deputy Majority Leader of Nigeria's House of Representatives, Buba Jibril, was held in his family house in Kabawa, Lokoja, Kogi State. The prayer attracted present and past 7 political office holders, including former Kogi State Governor Idris Wada and his deputy Yomi Awoniyi.
Among the thousands who attended the Fidel prayer was Kogi State Deputy Governor Simon Achuba, who represented Governor Yajabelu, eulogized the virtues of the deceased lawmaker.
He is a tireless giver. Is someone who is not difficult at all, but who has principles. He's not difficult, but a principled person. He will explain his reasons for all actions he takes. And of course, if you analyze them from good thinking, you can never blame him for taking such decisions. So he's somebody so nice that we have missed.
Other dignitaries at the event said Kogi State and Nigeria are still trying to come to terms with Buba Jibril's death.
Yes, what I would advise them is to copy his attributes. He's a good man. He has worked hard for the interests of Kogi State and Nigeria. He's a bridge builder, he's friendly with everybody.
Buba has won election 3 times. And if he had been alive, I'm sure he would have won again. Because he's well connected with the community.
Everybody has told you, Honorable Buba Jubil was a grassrooter. He loved the people, he lived among them, and he worked painstakingly in their interests. And I believe that the people of Lokoja and Kotonkarofi, and largely people of Kogi State, will miss him.
He's a complete home person. He's always with his people. He's always agitating for his people. He's when it comes to developmental strides, he thinks about his people. I think that what we, political office holders, should learn from his sudden death is to think that, is to say that it can be the turn of anybody tomorrow.
My general advice is we should try and coexist as politicians, knowing fully well that ultimately power belongs to God. He gives whoever he chooses to give.
They should be close to the people. They should work in their interest and be less greedy and do all those things that are needful for the common man.
The majority leader of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, said his late deputy was a transparent and forthright man.
As a friend, he was very transparent. Somebody I found that I could talk to very easily. As a colleague, I learned a lot from him. We fed off each other. It's going to be missed.
Senate President Bukola Saraki, in the company of Senator Dino Melaye, were also at the occasion before leaving for late Buba Jubri's residence to console the immediate family. Buba Jubri died on Friday last week, was buried the same day according to Islamic rites.
It's no longer news that Nigeria will be among the 32 nations whose flags will be hoisted at this year's FIFA World Cup in Russia. What is a major talking point is how far Nigeria's soccer team will go in the soccer fiesta, especially after the mixed results in the friendlies. Let's hear what the people have to say about Nigeria's 2018 World Cup chances on this week's Views from the Streets.
Well, my advice for them is the more they play together, they understand themselves. With a couple of the players which are joining the team, I believe there is a goal ahead of the team.
If we're able to get, let's say, to the quarterfinal, I think we have gone a long way. If we begin to mount unnecessary pressure on these lads, at the end of the day, they might just lose focus. So let's just be very positive about it. And the good thing is we are building, Genetro is building a very good team.
Nigeria have been playing in recent time. The confidence is coming back. But the resources, you understand, are still not intact for me. Some players need to be given, much chances because a lot of people are thinking Genetro has already had his team, which for me, I think everybody should be given that chance to compete. My greatest fear now for the team is the goalkeeping department. In all sincerity, I must be fair with you. Uzoho is somebody that has the exposure. That's why I think Genetro wants to make him the number one for the Nigerian team. But I think the likes of Ezewa should be allowed to compete with him before you decide who will be your number one.
I want them to, put up their own best so that they can be able to meet up and come up with a very good a victory. That's just what I have for you.
If Nigeria continue with the way they are playing, yes, I think the sky will be our limit, if not going beyond the sky.
Our players are too aggressive. In the sense, too aggressive, I'm saying is, when we play people like Argentina, the way we play our friendly match, we collect many yellow card. And again, the coach has to make the team tactically so that they can be able to reach there.
Also soon, we've come to the end of another bumper package of Kogi in Focus. Many thanks for spending your time with us, and we look forward to having you, same time, same station, for another edition of the program. And remember to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I remain your host, Oluwatosin Osuji. Have a pleasant week.